Hi there, this is David. I want to do a short audio for you guys based on one of the biggest questions I get asked repeatedly, and that is this a scam or a Ponzi scheme? The thing is that most people, when they mention scam, have not done any research on it at all. They actually can't even define what Ponzi scheme is if you ask them. 99.9% of the people that I've asked that have said that this was a scam or Ponzi scheme, when I asked them explain what that is in terms, they could not explain it. It's just based on a reaction that they see all over the place when it comes to money-making systems, so to speak. So that's the first thing that comes to the forefront of their mind. This is what a Ponzi scheme is, people. It's when a system comes together and it pools its money together into one place and then it redistributes it out to its members. That's the Ponzi scheme, because there's no real anything backing the money at all. They're not purchasing anything. They're doing nothing with it. They're just collecting money, pooling it into one spot, and redistributing it out to its members. That's what you call the high yield investment programs. Those are scams because they only last 2 to 3 months. What people get confused about is the percentages. The concept of compound interest, that's not the scam. That's one of the most powerful ways to get wealthy, period. That is not a scam. The wealthy use it all the time. And remember, I always tell you, compound interest is being used against you at all times. So that concept is not a scam at all. It's the people behind the non-transparency of the people behind the system, the entity, or company, whatever that may be. When they don't reveal to you anything of what they're doing, now your probability of being in a Ponzi scheme is relatively pretty high and almost assured that you're in a Ponzi scheme. But when you look at Questra Holdings, Atlantic Global Asset Management, they're very diversified. All you have to do is go back to the presentation. They're in 12 to 13 different areas of investments, whether it's real estate, whether it's buying up businesses and being ownership in those businesses where that money's redistributed back out to its members. IPOs, you name it. There's no Ponzi scheme in that, people. And then they pay us out a 4 to 7% per week on our money. That's not the scheme. I mean, they're 100% transparent. You know exactly what they're doing. The Ponzi scheme aspect is the pooling of money. You can't pool your money, and it can't be backed by nothing. And then doesn't matter how you redistribute the money, that's the scheme. The money has to be backed by something, according to law. You know, that's how law wants it to be. The money's got to be backed by something, and it's backed by nothing. You know, they're not purchasing anything. You can't even find out what these deals are doing. Zeek Rewards was one of the biggest Ponzi schemes ever, and that was in the United States. And I know people who made good money in it, and a lot of money in it, but they weren't doing anything. They were just pooling money and then just redistributing it. And a lot of you coming to see this thing have probably been in Zeek Rewards. And that was they busted that Ponzi scheme. But it wasn't the percentages that they're paying out that had anything to do with being wrong. It had everything to do with the non-transparency. They weren't doing anything. They were just moving money without anything backing it. So that's the big issue. So I just want to clarify that for you guys. Do your research. Understand what scam or Ponzi scheme is before you shout at the rooftops what this is or what this is not. I've spent a lot of time on this. I would have never put my own money up here, and I would never be inviting other people into it if I thought it was a Ponzi scheme. I've seen Zeek Rewards. I knew all about it. I knew what a Ponzi scheme was back then. I had no interest in it. This is backed by all types of different ventures. You go back to my website and watch the presentation. You'll see all the diversified investments that they're into. So this is one of the greatest things you could do. It's up to you. But you got to get past the scam, Ponzi scheme thing. So many people in this country are so ignorant, they just toss that around like common knowledge without doing any research at all. And if you confront these people and ask them exactly what that is, they have no clue what it is. So no, this is not a Ponzi scheme. Their money is active in a lot of different things. Just go watch the video. But when it's all pulled together, and it's backed by nothing, and it's redistributed back into members, whether it's in percentages or bonuses or anything of that nature, that's what the government calls a Ponzi scheme. So I hope that answers your questions. That's my answer to this. It is absolutely not a scheme or a Ponzi scheme. Thanks for listening. I hope that helps you out. Talk to you later. Bye.